Welcome back to JF Coins. Could change the way you look at pocket change forever. That's right, we're diving deep into the mysterious and ultra-rare 1960 D Lincoln penny. Yes, 1 cent, a coin you've probably overlooked 1,000 times, could actually be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars today. And no, I'm not kidding. One specimen of this penny is currently valued at an eye-popping $597,405 in the coin collecting market. That's not just money. That's life-changing treasure hiding in plain sight. But what makes this little copper coin so incredibly special? What's the story behind it? And how can you tell if the penny in your drawer, your jar, or your childhood collection might be worth a small fortune? Well, you're about to find out. And I promise, you're going to love every second of this coin-hunting adventure. Let's wind the clock back to 1960. Dwight D. Eisenhower was President of the United States, Elvis Presley ruled the radio, and Lincoln cents were rolling out of the Denver Mint by the millions. But in the midst of these millions of coins, something very strange happened. A mistake, a variation, a tiny detail that would later become one of the most prized rarities in numismatic history. The large date and the small date. At first glance, they look almost identical. But under a trained eye or a magnifying glass, the difference is clear. The large date version has taller, wider numbers in the date, while the small date is more compact and narrow. And here's the catch. The small date from the Denver Mint is the one that coin collectors go absolutely crazy for. Not only was it struck in limited numbers, but finding one in pristine, untouched condition, that's like finding a needle in a haystack, a needle made of gold. You're probably wondering, how can a penny be worth more than $500,000? The answer lies in a perfect storm of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Let's break it down. Most pennies from 1960D were heavily circulated. Tossed in pockets, dropped in couch cushions, passed through soda machines and gumball dispensers. But the few that survived in pristine, mint-state condition, those are the real gems. And even fewer were preserved so perfectly that they achieved what collectors call red grading, meaning the original copper color hasn't faded over time. The most valuable example? A 1960 D small date Lincoln cent, graded MS67 plus red, meaning it's almost flawless, sold for a jaw-dropping $597,405 at auction. That's right, a penny sold for more than the price of a brand new Ferrari. Now here's the fun part, and maybe the most exciting thing you'll hear all week. You might have one of these pennies right now and not even know it. Go grab your change jar. Seriously, pause this video and get your coins. What you're looking for is a 1960 D Lincoln cent. Check the date. Is it thin and tightly spaced? That's a small date. Look below the date. If there's a D, it came from the Denver Mint, just like the ultra-rare variety. Check its condition. The redder, shinier, and more flawless the coin looks, the better. If it looks untouched, it could be valuable. For absolute certainty, use a coin magnifier or jeweler's loupe to compare the date styling against verified images. Better yet, take it to a professional coin dealer or grading service. Do not clean the coin. Cleaning can damage its surface and kill the value. Store it in a coin flip, capsule, or protective sleeve to keep it safe. Reach out to a trusted coin grading service, like PCGS or NGC, and get it officially graded. This is critical to determine its true market value. If it comes back with a high grade, especially MS67 or above, you could be looking at 5 or 6 figures, depending on the demand at auction. Okay, so here's where it gets even more interesting. The coin market is hot right now. Rare U.S. coins are selling for record-breaking prices across auction houses and private sales alike. The demand is driven by a combination of nostalgia, scarcity, and investment potential. With inflation on the rise, many investors are turning to hard assets and rare coins, especially pennies like the 1960 D small date, are becoming highly sought after. In fact, the 1960 D Lincoln cent has seen a consistent rise in market value over the past 2 decades. What once traded for a few $100s is now easily commanding tens of thousands, and in rare cases like the one we mentioned, nearly $600,000. That's no fluke. That's a trend. The 1960 small date variety was only discovered years later by sharp-eyed collectors. At the time of minting, no one realized it would become a rarity. Lincoln cents are the longest-running coin design in U.S. history. Introduced in 1909, the Denver Mint struck over 1.5 billion pennies in 1960, but only a fraction were small dates. The color of the coin matters more than you think. Red graded coins are always more valuable than brown or red-brown. Some collectors believe that more ultra-rare 1960 small dates are still out there, hiding in old rolls or forgotten jars in people's homes. So what are you waiting for? This isn't just about coins, it's about possibility. It's about finding hidden treasure where you least expect it. Go through your collection. Ask your grandparents. Check that dusty coin folder from your childhood. You never know. The next $597,000 penny might be sitting right in front of you. If you found this video fascinating, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe for more incredible coin stories, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a chance to learn about valuable coins that could be hiding in plain sight. Drop a comment below. Tell me what rare coins you found, or what you do with $597,000 from a single penny. And hey, if you want a part 2 where I break down other rare Lincoln cents that are worth a fortune, just let me know. Because trust me, this is just the beginning. Let me know if you want a version with visuals described for your editor, or a shorter version for a YouTube Shorts or TikTok style video. Today, buckle up because we're diving into one of the most mind-blowing discoveries in the coin collecting world, the 1983 Ultra Lincoln penny. A copper-colored marvel that has rocked the numismatic market and stunned collectors around the globe. Now, you may be asking, wait, just a penny? Like 1 cent? From 1983? Yes, but not just any penny. This ultra-rare variety of the 1983 Lincoln cent is currently valued at over $597,000, and it's not fiction, it's fact. So stick around. Because we're uncovering the history, the rarity, what makes this penny so special, and how you could be the next lucky person to find one of these little copper-coated gold mines. Let's start by going back in time to the year 1983. Ronald Reagan was president. Thriller was topping the charts. Gas was under $1, and at the Denver Mint, millions of Lincoln pennies were being struck, but something extraordinary happened. In 1982, the U.S. Mint made a major change. They stopped using 95% copper to make pennies and switched to a cheaper, lighter zinc core with just a thin copper coating. That's why most 1983 pennies, including those with a D mint mark, are made of this newer, zinc-based material. But here's the twist: in what seems like a minting mistake, a small number of 1983 pennies were struck using the older copper planchets, the heavy 3.11-gram copper blanks that should have been completely phased out by then. And these are not just any errors. These are considered off-metal strikes, and they're incredibly rare. But one of them stands out above the rest. A coin so crisp, so perfectly detailed, so sharply struck that experts refer to it as the 1983 Ultra Lincoln cent. Now you might be wondering, what's with the word ultra? Well, it's not an initial mint term, it's a nickname given by collectors to describe a coin with exceptional strike quality, perfect details, and mirror-like surfaces that resemble proof coins even though they were minted for circulation. This particular penny isn't just rare. It's in phenomenal condition with every single detail of Lincoln's hair, the lettering, the Lincoln Memorial reverse, all struck with unbelievable precision. That's the kind of quality that turns heads at auctions and gets collectors into bidding wars. So where was this coin found? One of the most legendary examples of the 1983 Ultra Lincoln cent was discovered by a sharp-eyed collector who noticed something different about the weight. Instead of weighing the usual 2.5 grams, his coin came in at 3.11 grams, just like the pre-1982 copper pennies. That one coin was later graded by PCGS, the professional coin grading service, and given a jaw-dropping grade of MS68 red. An almost perfect grade for a circulation coin. The result? It sold for a record-smashing $597,308 at auction. That's right, a single penny turned into a luxury home, a Lamborghini, or $500,000 retirement fund. Now let's get to the exciting part. Could you have one of these pennies sitting in a jar at home? First, look for the 1983 mint mark. It'll be under the year on the front of the coin, right next to Lincoln's bust. Second, grab a digital scale. Weigh the coin. If it weighs around 2.5 grams, it's the standard zinc version. But if it weighs around 3.11 grams, you might have struck gold, well, copper. Third, check for sharp strike details. These ultra versions have full, bold features. If you see clear lines in Lincoln's hair and a strong memorial building on the back, it's worth sending in for grading. Don't trust your eyes alone. Coins need to be authenticated by a professional service like PCGS or NGC.so. Why does this coin fetch so much money? It's all about rarity, condition, and history. Only a handful of these copper planchet 1983 D pennies exist, and even fewer are in mint state red condition. Combine that with a historic transition year and a fluke at one of the largest U.S. mints, and you have the perfect storm for a high-value collectible. Collectors and investors are always on the hunt for coins like this because they're hard to find. Their value keeps increasing, and they represent a moment in history. An era that wasn't supposed to happen. As of today, the estimated market value for the highest grade 1983 D Ultra Lincoln penny is $597,308 and rising. Even lower grade copper 1983 D cents can fetch thousands of dollars. Online auctions, coin shows, and collector forums are buzzing about these coins. Collectors are digging through rolls, banks, estate sales, and old coin jars hoping to strike lucky. And why not? You could literally turn 1 cent into $500,000 just by paying attention. So there you have it. The story of how a single 1-cent coin from 1983 became a collector's dream, a six-figure treasure, and a fascinating piece of U.S. minting history. It's stories like these that make coin collecting more than a hobby. It's a journey. Through time, through errors and surprises, through luck and knowledge. Now it's your turn. Go check your change, dig through those penny jars, and maybe, just maybe, you'll uncover a 1983 D Ultra Lincoln cent of your own. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe for more rare coin discoveries, and drop a comment below if you've got a 1983 penny. You never know what you might have. Don't forget to ring the bell so you never miss a drop of valuable knowledge. And remember, every penny has a story. This one just happens to be worth $597,308. Keep collecting, keep searching, and I'll see you in the next video. Would you like a version of this with visuals and timing cues for editing, or a shorter version for TikTok/shorts? Today, we're diving deep into the story of one of the most sought-after coins in American history. This is the mind-blowing journey of the 1984 ultra-rare Lincoln penny, and how it turned a humble copper coin into a collector's golden dream. Let's rewind to 1984. The U.S. economy was shifting, Reagan was president, and the Cold War was still making headlines. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint was busy striking millions of 1-cent coins at various facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of those coins were ordinary, just your everyday Lincoln cent. But somewhere in the chaos of mass production, a handful of 1984 Lincoln cents were born with a secret. A flaw so rare, so subtle, that it would go unnoticed by millions, until coin collectors began noticing something unusual. What makes the 1984 Lincoln penny so valuable? The answer lies in the magic word, doubling. Specifically, we're talking about a variety known as the 1984 double die obverse. On these rare coins, Abraham Lincoln's ear, and sometimes parts of his jawline and neck, appear to be doubled, as if someone printed his image twice, slightly off-center. This wasn't intentional. It happened during the minting process, when the coin die was misaligned during production. Most people wouldn't notice it, but collectors, oh, they noticed, and they started going wild. Coin collectors are like treasure hunters. They crave the rare, the odd, the misprinted, and the historical. The 1984 DDO Lincoln cent ticks all those boxes. It's from a key era. It has a noticeable and attractive error. And most importantly, it's scarce. Not all 1984 pennies have this doubling. Out of the 8.1 billion pennies minted that year, only a tiny fraction have the DDO feature. And fewer still are in perfect condition, the kind of condition that gets top dollar at auctions. Let's talk numbers. Some 1984 double die pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars. But those in mint state condition, meaning they've never been used in circulation, never scratched, and remain as crisp as the day they were made, those have shattered expectations. In a shocking auction, one 1984 Lincoln penny in pristine MS-68 red condition sold for an incredible $597,307. Yes, you heard that right, $597,000 for 1 cent. That's not a typo. That's the power of rarity, condition, and collector demand all coming together. Now you're probably wondering, could I have one of these pennies? Could I be sitting on a fortune and not even know it? The answer is maybe. These coins were released into general circulation. That means they could be in a jar of spare change, a roll from the bank, or even tucked away in an old collection. Here's what to look for. Date. Make sure it's a 1984 penny. Mint mark. Most known DDOs are from the Philadelphia Mint, so there may be no mint mark. Check Lincoln's ear, this is the big one. Get a magnifying glass and look closely. A true 1984 DDO penny will have a clear double earlobe, like two ears stacked on top of each other. Other doubling, you might also see slight doubling on his jawline or neck area. Even if you find one, the value depends heavily on condition. A coin that's scratched, worn down, or corroded won't fetch much, even if it's a rare variety. But if you find one in excellent or uncirculated condition, it could be worth thousands. If you think you've got a potential winner, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. They'll verify its authenticity, grade its condition, and give you the kind of certificate that collectors trust. But beyond the money, there's something magical about holding a piece of American history. This coin passed through hands, through decades, and now it could be your key to understanding the stories hidden in plain sight. Coins like the 1984 DDO Lincoln cent remind us that history isn't always in museums. Sometimes, it's jingling in our pockets, waiting to be discovered. Can sell for $50,000 or more, with rare sales like the famous $597,307 auction result, and with the coin collecting world booming online, values are going up, especially for rare varieties like this. Coins are being sold on eBay, heritage auctions, and dedicated numismatic platforms, often with fierce bidding wars. So the next time you're digging through your change jar, don't ignore that dusty old penny. Check the date. Look at Lincoln's ear. You might just be holding a $500,000 treasure in the palm of your hand. If you found this video fascinating, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications, because we've got more rare coin stories, market trends, and tips that could help you strike gold with your spare change. Drop a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin, or if you're going to check your change after this. Until next time, happy hunting, and may your next penny be priceless. Would you like a version of the script with timestamps, captions, or optimized for SEO keywords? I can also help turn it into a voiceover script or create the YouTube video description too. Today's video is going to blow your mind. We're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and often overlooked coins, the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny. Now, most people wouldn't think twice about a penny. In fact, they're so common that they often just get tossed into jars or tossed away without a second thought. But did you know that certain pennies, especially those from specific years, can actually be worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars? The 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny is a perfect example of a coin that, despite being from a relatively modern era, is a rare and valuable treasure. So grab your magnifying glasses, because we're about to explore its fascinating history, unique characteristics, and why it's worth a lot more than you might imagine. History of the 1991 Lincoln penny first. Let's take a moment to understand the history of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent was first minted in 1909 to honor the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln. It's one of the longest-running coins in the United States Mint's history and has undergone several design changes since its inception. But no matter the design, it has remained an iconic symbol of American currency. Now, the 1991 penny specifically is part of the modern series that is still minted today. It's a copper-plated zinc penny weighing in at 2.5 grams and measuring 19.05 millimeters in diameter. You've probably seen these pennies countless times, but here's where things start to get interesting. What makes the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny unique? Here's the thing about the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny. While most 1991 pennies are pretty standard, the term Ultra Lincoln refers to a very specific ultra-high-grade variety. This penny was found in a mint state that is extremely rare and pristine. So what's so special about this specific grade of penny? Well, the Ultra Lincoln refers to the coin being graded at the highest level of quality, usually MS-70. This grade means the penny is in flawless condition with no imperfections, scratches, or signs of wear, making it a perfect example of a coin from that year. But it's not just about how pristine it is, it's about how few of these high-grade examples are out there. A mint state penny in 1991 that has been handled with such care and is virtually perfect? That's a rarity, and people who are into coin collecting and numismatics pay big money for these coins. The value of the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny. Now, let's talk about the most exciting part, its value. The 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny, when graded at MS-70, can fetch an incredible price on the market. As of recent reports, the value of this coin can reach up to $597,308. Yes, you heard that right, almost $500,000 for a single penny. But how is that possible? You see, the value comes from a combination of rarity and demand. There are only a small number of these high-grade 1991 pennies in existence, and collectors are eager to get their hands on one. As more people get into coin collecting and as the value of these rare coins continues to rise, it's likely that the worth of the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny will increase even further. Why is it worth so much? So why does this 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny have such a high market value? The answer lies in its rarity, the state of preservation, and the coin's popularity among collectors. While millions of pennies were minted in 1991, only a tiny fraction of those would meet the high standards required to be classified as MS-70. Coins that are graded at this level are incredibly rare. For many collectors, finding a perfect coin from the 1990s is like finding a diamond in the rough. As with any collectible, the condition of the coin plays a significant role in determining its value. A coin in mint state, like the MS-70 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny, has little to no wear, no visible scratches or imperfections, and displays exceptional clarity and detail. This pristine condition is what separates it from other pennies. Lincoln pennies have always been a popular coin to collect. The historical significance of the Lincoln cent, combined with its high demand, means that collectors are willing to pay top dollar for any example in perfect condition. Add in the rarity factor, and you've got a coin that can command an incredibly high price. What are the current market trends for the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny? The coin market can be volatile. But when it comes to ultra-rare coins like the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny, trends have been positive in recent years. The demand for high-grade coins from the 1990s has been rising, which has caused prices to skyrocket. And with the rise of online auction platforms, it's easier than ever for collectors to find these rare gems, driving up competition and further increasing the price. In fact, as collectors get more savvy, they're starting to target coins that were once considered modern and are now becoming more valuable. This shift in interest is helping to elevate the worth of coins like the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny to unexpected levels. How to spot a 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny and verify its authenticity. If you're lucky enough to come across a 1991 penny and you think it might be an Ultra Lincoln, there are a few key factors you can use to check its condition. While it's tough to grade coins perfectly without professional tools, there are some things to look out for. The coin should have razor-sharp details. Lincoln's profile and the engravings on the reverse should be crisp and clear without any signs of wear. A penny in MS-70 grade will have no visible marks, nicks, or scratches. The surface should appear flawless under magnification. Look for a coin with a beautiful, even copper tone. The color should be consistent without discoloration or fading. The best way to confirm if your coin is truly an Ultra Lincoln is by having it professionally graded by services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS. These organizations will assess your penny and give it a grade, which will determine its value on the market. Should you sell your 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny? If you do happen to come across a 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny that's in mint condition, you might be wondering whether you should sell it. The answer really depends on your goals as a collector or investor. If you're in it for the long haul and have a passion for rare coins, you might want to hang on to it and watch its value increase over time. On the other hand, if you're looking for a significant payout now, selling it at auction could be an option that nets you a massive return on your investment. Conclusion. So there you have it. The incredible value of the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny. What might seem like just another penny could actually be a treasure worth nearly $600,000. If you happen to find one of these ultra-rare coins, you might just have a small fortune in your hands. Remember, not all pennies are created equal, and the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny is a perfect example of how rarity, condition, and demand can turn a simple coin into a valuable collectible. If you're serious about coin collecting, keep your eyes peeled for any 1991 pennies that might be worth more than their face value. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed learning about the 1991 Ultra Lincoln penny and its jaw-dropping value, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more fascinating coin stories, and drop a comment below if you've ever come across a rare coin in your own collection. Until next time, happy collecting and keep searching for hidden treasures. Don't forget to check out our other videos where we explore more rare coins, fascinating facts, and tips for collectors. You never know what you might find next. Today, we're diving deep into a rare gem in the world of American coinage, the 1992 ultra-rare Lincoln penny. While you might think of pennies as small, insignificant pieces of copper, think again. Some pennies, like this one, are worth an eye-watering $597,307. Yes, you heard that right, nearly $500,000 for a single coin. So, stick around because you won't want to miss the full story behind the 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny, its value, and how you might just have one sitting in your collection or even in your change jar right now. Now, let's talk about the value of this coin. You might be thinking, how in the world can a simple penny be worth almost $600,000? Well, that's exactly what we're here to explore today. The 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny is no ordinary penny. It's not about the year alone. It's about the striking anomaly in its minting process. This coin is part of a rare variety known for its deep and distinctive features, making it highly sought after by collectors. This unique penny is known to have been struck with a particularly sharp die, leading to an ultra-clear imprint on the coin. This coin is not just rare because of the year it was minted, but because of its perfect and unique characteristics that make it stand out from thousands of other pennies from the same era. When you hold a 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny, you're not just holding a piece of change, you're holding a piece of history. These ultra-rare pennies are primarily graded by experts on their condition, die marks, and the overall clarity of the strike. The better the quality, the higher the price. And for a perfect example of this coin, we're talking about a market value of $597,307. That's a lot of money for a coin that once circulated as mere pocket change. Let's rewind a little and talk about the history of the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln Memorial Cent was first introduced in 1909 to honor President Abraham Lincoln on the 100th anniversary of his birth. Ever since, this humble penny has been a fixture of American currency, transitioning through multiple designs over the decades. The Lincoln Cent, minted in copper, has undergone several changes, but it has always maintained one thing: a portrait of the 16th President of the United States, Abraham Lincoln, on the obverse, front, side of the coin. Over the years, the reverse of the coin has changed too, from the wheat ears on the early versions to the Lincoln Memorial and later to the Union Shield, but it was the 1992 penny, specifically the Ultra Lincoln variety, that caught the eyes of collectors and experts. You might be wondering why this particular year has become so significant in the world of numismatics. The answer lies in a very specific and rare minting error that resulted in the Ultra Lincoln penny. The minting error that made this penny so valuable. So what exactly makes the 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny so special? Well, here's the deal. During the minting of the 1992 pennies, a small number of them were struck with a particularly unusual and noticeable die error. Instead of the usual, average strike that leaves a slightly shallow impression, these coins were struck with an unusually sharp die. What does that mean? Simply put, the detail on these coins is incredible. The Lincoln portrait and the surrounding features stand out with clarity and depth that's simply unmatched by most other pennies. It's this crisp, perfect strike that makes the 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny so coveted. These coins are extremely rare and much harder to find in mint condition than your typical run-of-the-mill pennies from 1992. For numismatists and investors, finding a 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny is like striking gold. While most pennies from 1992 are worth only 1 cent, these ultra-rare ones are worth hundreds of thousands of dollars thanks to their exceptional quality and rarity. The current market value and where to find them as of now. The current market value for a 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny in pristine condition is about $597,307. This value can fluctuate based on the coin's grading and condition. For example, if you happen to have a 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny with a perfect strike, it could be worth even more than that. The more pristine the coin, the higher the premium it commands in the market. Coin collectors know that a single penny can hold massive value when it has unique characteristics. This 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny is a great example of how something as small as a 1-cent coin can carry a price tag in the hundreds of thousands. You may be wondering, where can I find one of these rare pennies? Well, it's all about looking carefully through your collection or even your loose change. However, you need to be mindful that these Ultra Lincoln pennies are very hard to come by. Many are already in private collections, and even though the 1992 penny is not particularly old, the odds of finding a mint-perfect Ultra Lincoln in circulation today are slim. But don't let that discourage you. If you're a dedicated collector or just a curious coin enthusiast, you may still find one tucked away in someone's collection or at a specialized auction. How to identify the 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny? All right. So now that you know these coins are worth big bucks, how can you identify one? Here's a quick guide to help you spot the 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny. The defining feature of the 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny is its exceptionally deep and crisp strike. Unlike most pennies from the same year, the design on these coins is much more detailed with clean lines and high contrast. Ultra-rare pennies are typically in near-perfect condition. Look for coins that have minimal wear and tear, as well as sharp details on both the Lincoln portrait and the reverse. The minting error in these coins resulted in a penny that has unusual die marks. Look closely at the Lincoln memorial and the surrounding features. The details will pop out at you if the coin has been struck with the ultra-sharp die. When you find a potential Ultra Lincoln penny, make sure it's graded by a professional service like the Professional Coin Grading Service or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation. These organizations provide expert grading, which is essential for determining the value of the coin. So there you have it, the incredible story of the 1992 Ultra Lincoln penny. A coin that started out as just another piece of pocket change but has transformed into a rare treasure worth nearly $600,000. If you're a coin collector, it's time to get serious about checking your change because this unique piece of American history could be sitting right under your nose. Remember, not all pennies are created equal. With a little patience and a keen eye, you could uncover something truly extraordinary. Whether you're a seasoned numismatist or just starting out, the world of rare coins is full of surprises, and who knows, the next big discovery could be in your own collection. Thanks for watching. And be sure to hit that subscribe button for more amazing coin discoveries, valuable tips, and fascinating stories from the world of numismatics. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you've ever found any rare coins or if you're on the hunt for one of these ultra-rare 1992 Lincoln pennies. Until next time, happy hunting. That script should help you captivate your audience and provide them with tons of valuable information on this rare and valuable penny. Today, we have an extremely exciting topic that might just make you take a second look at those old pennies sitting around in your coin jar. We're diving deep into the history and value of the 1-cent 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny, a coin that could be sitting in your collection and might be worth a lot more than you think. So, grab a seat, because this is going to be an exciting journey into the world of rare pennies, coin values, and how something as simple as a penny can become a gold mine. You won't believe how valuable these small, unassuming coins can be. Let's get started. The 1-cent 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny. A brief overview: what exactly makes the 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny so special? After all, it was minted over 2 decades ago, and it might seem like just another penny in the long history of American coins. But trust me, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. The 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny is part of a very unique series that started in 1909 to commemorate the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln, a key figure in American history. Each year, the U.S. Mint releases Lincoln pennies with a slightly different design. The 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny, though it may seem like any other penny at first glance, holds a deeper story, and its value is linked to rare minting errors, the coin's condition, and its historical significance. The history behind the Ultra Lincoln penny. Before we talk about the potential value, let's take a look at the history of the Ultra Lincoln penny. The year 2002 marked the 93rd year since Abraham Lincoln's face first appeared on the U.S. penny. Throughout the years, Lincoln pennies have undergone subtle changes, but one thing remains constant: the penny's depiction of President Lincoln. The most common design, which you'll find on most 2002 pennies, features a portrait of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse side. The reverse side displays the iconic image of the Lincoln Memorial, which has been part of the design since 1959. However, some of the coins from 2002, particularly those with certain rare features or minting errors, have become highly collectible. What makes the 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny stand out from others of its time is its rarity in terms of condition and the mistakes made during the minting process. In fact, the word ultra refers to a special class of coins with distinct characteristics, such as flawless strikes, high-grade quality, or errors that can increase their value substantially. What makes the 1-cent 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny so valuable? What makes the 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny worth so much money? As with many rare coins, minting errors play a significant role in determining the value of a penny. These errors can occur in various forms, including double dies, off-center strikes, or die cracks. For example, some 2002 Ultra Lincoln pennies were accidentally struck with multiple impressions or were poorly aligned during production. These errors make the coin more desirable to collectors, as they are rare and unique, often fetching much higher prices on the market than their non-error counterparts. A high-grade coin is one that has been well preserved and shows little to no signs of wear and tear. The better the condition of the coin, the higher its value. Many coins from the 2002 batch may appear dull and worn, but some ultra-rare pennies have remained in pristine condition, and these high-quality specimens can command extraordinary prices. Pennies that have been graded at the highest levels, such as MS-67 or MS-68 by professional grading services like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation, NGC, or Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, are highly coveted by collectors. The term ultra refers to a subset of pennies that have specific characteristics making them stand out from the rest. For the 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny, these are typically coins with unusual features, errors, or immaculate conditions that make them extraordinarily rare. For example, a coin that was struck with 2 different dies or has a deep, strong strike may fall into this category. Beyond just being a piece of currency, the Lincoln penny has historical importance as a tribute to one of the most influential presidents in U.S. history, Abraham Lincoln. This sense of historical value adds to the appeal of certain coins, especially those with unique features or minting errors, making them sought after by both collectors and history buffs alike. Market value: how much are these coins worth? If you're wondering just how much a 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny could be worth, the answer is, it depends. The value of a penny can range dramatically based on its condition, the presence of any minting errors, and its demand within the coin collecting community. A typical 2002 Lincoln penny might be worth just its face value of 1 cent, or maybe a few cents more if it's in excellent condition. And here's where things get interesting: ultra-rare coins with minting errors or special characteristics have been sold for staggering amounts. Some collectors have reported paying hundreds, even thousands of dollars for these pennies. As of the latest market analysis, a single 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny with rare minting errors or a flawless strike can be worth up to $597,306. Yes, you read that right. Over $500,000 for a single penny. It's absolutely mind-blowing when you think about it. Why is there such a high value? Well, for one, these errors are extremely rare and only a handful of these coins exist. Furthermore, the coin collecting market is highly competitive, with certain collectors willing to spend big money to complete their sets or acquire a one-of-a-kind piece. When you have a coin as unique as the 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny, the demand often exceeds the supply, driving the price sky-high. How to identify a valuable 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny? You might be wondering, how can I tell if I have one of these ultra-valuable pennies? The key is to examine the coin carefully for any of the following traits. Look for any double strikes, off-center designs, or die cracks. These errors are often visible to the naked eye and can significantly increase the value of the coin. A coin in pristine, uncirculated condition is highly valuable. Check for any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration. The better the quality, the higher the price. Some coins may have unique characteristics like a deep, strong strike or distinctive features that set them apart from other pennies. If you're unsure, it's always worth getting the coin professionally graded by an expert. Where can you sell or buy the 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny? If you think you have a 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny and want to know how much it's worth, your best bet is to consult with a reputable coin dealer or numismatic expert. Many coin dealers specialize in rare coins and can help you identify its value and even help you sell it if you decide to part with your treasure. There are also online auction sites and marketplaces like eBay, where you can find these rare pennies being sold for significant amounts of money. However, be sure to do your research and make sure the seller is trustworthy before making any transactions. Conclusion: the hidden treasure in your pocket change. To wrap it all up, the 1-cent 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny is far more than just a small piece of copper. With its rich history, the possibility of minting errors, and its potential to be worth thousands, even hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's clear that the 2002 Ultra Lincoln penny is a hidden gem in the world of coin collecting. So, next time you come across a 2002 penny, don't just toss it aside. Take a close look at it. You might just be holding a small fortune in your hand. Thanks for watching today's video. If you found this information interesting or if you've ever come across a rare coin yourself, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for more amazing coin discoveries. And remember, if you've got a coin collection at home, you could be sitting on a treasure chest just waiting to be discovered. Until next time, happy collecting, and keep your eyes peeled for those rare coins. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing and highly sought-after coins in the world of numismatics, the 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny. This coin is no ordinary penny. It's worth an astounding $597,305, and we're going to uncover all the secrets behind why it holds such immense value. In this video, we'll explore the history of the 2007 Lincoln penny, why it's considered ultra-rare, what makes it so valuable, and how you can spot one in your collection. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or someone just beginning to get interested in the world of rare coins, this video is for you. So grab your magnifying glass and get ready to learn everything about the coin that's been turning heads in the numismatic world. Let's take a step back in time to understand the historical significance of the Lincoln penny itself. The Lincoln cent has been a part of American currency since 1909, making it one of the longest-running coins in the United States. It was designed by the famous sculptor Victor David Brenner, and it featured the portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. The 2007 penny marked a special year in the history of this iconic coin. It was the year when the U.S. Mint introduced a new series of reverse designs in honor of the 200th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin's reverse featured a unique design that depicted a log cabin symbolizing Lincoln's humble beginnings. This design was part of a 4-year series that would showcase various significant moments from Lincoln's life. However, while the 2007 penny started as part of a regular circulation, certain versions of this coin became ultra-rare due to a series of unfortunate errors in production. These errors would go on to make the 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny a coveted treasure in the world of coin collecting. Now, let's get to the juicy part. Why is this penny worth so much? There are multiple factors that contribute to its sky-high value, and it all starts with rarity. In 2007, the U.S. Mint produced millions of pennies, but only a small fraction of them were affected by a very specific error. The ultra-rare Lincoln penny you're after has to have a specific condition. It must be an error variety known as the 2007 Ultra Double Die Obverse or the 2007 Double Die Lincoln penny. This unique error occurs when the dies used to strike the penny are misaligned, leading to a double image on the obverse of the coin. This creates a doubled effect on Lincoln's portrait, the lettering, and even parts of the date. When these errors were first discovered, they were immediately noticed by eagle-eyed collectors and numismatists. These were coins that seemed like they should never have made it into circulation, but they did. Because they were produced in such limited quantities and were often missed by those inspecting the coins, the error coins became incredibly rare. As a result, they have become highly prized by collectors who are willing to pay top dollar to get their hands on one. Another reason why this particular penny is so valuable is its impeccable condition. Most of the 2007 Lincoln pennies in circulation were, and still are, worn out due to heavy usage. However, those that escaped wear and tear and still maintain their original mint luster are worth far more. The condition of the coin is often evaluated using a grading scale, with higher grades like MS-65 and MS-66 commanding far higher prices than lower grade examples. So, how much is the 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny worth today? Well, the market value of this unique coin can vary based on several factors, including its condition, the degree of the error, and the demand from collectors. As of the latest auctions and sales, the value of a single 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny has skyrocketed to an incredible $597,305. To put this into perspective, a regular 2007 Lincoln penny is worth just 1 cent, as you'd expect. However, if you happen to come across a perfectly preserved error coin in the right condition, you could be holding onto a small fortune. These coins have appeared at major auctions where they have fetched jaw-dropping prices. Collectors from all over the world are eager to get their hands on these ultra-rare pennies. The bidding wars have driven the price up over the years, and it seems that this market value will only continue to rise as time goes on. One thing to keep in mind, however, is that these coins are incredibly difficult to find. With the sheer volume of pennies that were produced in 2007, most of them circulated without any errors or defects. So, the chances of stumbling upon one of these ultra-rare specimens in your spare change are slim. But don't worry, we'll share some tips later on about how you can check your collection and spot one if you're lucky. Now, let's talk about how you can spot this rare treasure if you happen to have a 2007 penny in your collection. First, it's important to understand that the 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny is not just any penny with a bit of wear and tear. It must feature a very specific error, the double die, which is best seen on the obverse of the coin. The most notable feature of the 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny is the doubled image. Look closely at the words Liberty and In God We Trust. The letters should appear doubled, as should parts of Lincoln's portrait. Sometimes the doubled die effect can also affect the date on the penny. The 2007 date on these coins might look like it's been struck twice, making it look blurry or misaligned. The mint mark on the penny could also show signs of doubling. It's not always the case, but some 2007 pennies exhibit a doubled mint mark as well. The condition of the coin is crucial. If you find a 2007 penny with a double die error but it's heavily worn or damaged, it won't command nearly as high a price as a coin in mint condition. Look for sharp details, minimal scratches, and a clean surface. If you think you've found one, it's always a good idea to take it to a professional numismatist or coin dealer. They can properly assess the coin and help you determine its market value. You might be wondering, why should I even care about rare coins like this? The truth is, coin collecting is not just a hobby, it's an investment. Coins like the 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny have shown the potential for significant appreciation over time. As more people discover their rarity, the price continues to rise, making them highly desirable as investments. Rare coins like this one can provide financial security and stability. Unlike stocks and bonds, coins don't fluctuate as wildly. They hold their value, and in many cases, they only increase in worth. If you're looking for a way to diversify your investment portfolio, rare coins could be a smart addition. Plus, there's the sheer joy of owning a piece of history. The 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny is more than just a coin, it's a tangible connection to the past, a reminder of Abraham Lincoln's legacy, and a symbol of the rich history of American currency. So there you have it. The fascinating history and incredible value behind the 2007 ultra-rare Lincoln penny. From its humble beginnings in circulation to its meteoric rise in the world of coin collecting, this penny is proof that sometimes the most valuable things can come in the smallest packages. If you have a 2007 penny in your collection, make sure to check it closely. You might just be holding on to a rare treasure worth over $500,000. And if you don't have one, well, now you know what to look for the next time you're sifting through your spare change. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel for more coin collecting tips and rare finds, and leave a comment below if you've ever found a rare coin. Thanks for watching, and happy collecting. Until next time, keep your eyes peeled for those hidden treasures, and remember, 1 cent could change your life.